Hello Coolers, it's Pablo here and welcome back to Barca Universal. Barcelona returned to action following a rare week off, which was of course over the Christmas break, and we now take on Eibar at the Camp Nou, looking to make it 4 wins and 1 draw out of our last 5 games. So come on, it's another big game this, it's another really crucial fixture. Let's go out there and get the 3 points. And of course we will be starting with a few match details here. Like I mentioned, we are back at the Camp Nou for this fixture, yet another home game. We've had a lot of them over the month of December, so look to finish off the year here. Let's see if we can get 3 more points in Catalonia. It's going to be 7:15 local time, so make sure you guys are doing your time conversions where you are around the world and make sure you don't miss that one. So another odd kickoff time for Barcelona, really look out for that one. And also a bit of team news, guys. You may have seen in the news, Messi will not be featuring tomorrow. He's, I think, got some discomfort, maybe extending his holiday at Argentina, but Messi will not be present tomorrow. And I'm sure many of you guys also saw Messi's recent interview. I did a video on the channel covering all of the important quotes from that. Everything you guys will want to hear as a Barcelona fan on Messi's interview is on the channel, and it did really well, so thank you guys for the support on that one. And also missing for tomorrow's game is Messi's partner in crime, Jordi Alba. He is suspended for this one, so 2 more big absences for Barcelona on top of our already injured players. Some good news, however, is the return of Ousmane Dembele. He should be in the squad list for tomorrow's game, and that will be giving us some much needed width, some much needed options in the coming weeks. I feel he's certainly a crucial player for Barcelona, so I'm looking to see Ousmane back out on the pitch again. But let's start with ourselves, Barcelona here, the home side of the fixture. And I think when we come into this sort of game, Eibar at home, we are all thinking heavy victory, easy victory, big win. Because I think ever since Eibar returned to the top flight all those years ago in 2014, we've got some seriously impressive results against them. And our record actually is excellent against Eibar. We've got a lot of big victories, lots of goals have been scored, many haven't been conceded. And I want to mention someone who's probably been at the heart of all those victories, Lionel Messi. No surprise, in this fixture last season, he scored 4 goals. In this fixture 2 seasons ago, Valverde's first at the club, Messi also scored 4 goals. And I think over the years, if you look at some of our big victories against Eibar, Messi's got a lot of goals. And I think against Eibar, Messi generally turns it on. He likes to exploit the space they leave him behind. If they do play a high line, if they are leaving gaps, Messi usually racks up a lot of goals in these fixtures, and it really helps him on his hunt for the Pichichi, which may take a hit here with his absence tomorrow. And of course, when Messi isn't playing for Barcelona, we're always looking as to who can take on the reins, who can step up in his absence. And I think look no further than the likes of Coutinho, Griezmann, who haven't been performing as well as they could have consistently this season. We've got to see them shine tomorrow. Away from the absence of Lionel Messi, another point of discussion for tomorrow's game will of course be the formation we deploy. Last time out against Valladolid, we successfully deployed a 3-4-3, if you like. You know, that of course can change in and out of possession, but we played with 3 centre-backs, which was uncharacteristic for Barcelona, but it did work really well, and I definitely wouldn't be surprised to see Koeman use it once more. You'll see my predicted lineup for tomorrow's game in just a moment. However, what the 3-4-3 does mean is that we have to bench several key attackers. You can only fit 3 in there, really, and that definitely gives Barcelona and Ronald Koeman a headache, because then he has to leave out the likes of Trincao, Dembele, a Griezmann, a Coutinho, Pedri, Braithwaite. You know, we've got a lot of players in those areas, and Koeman is going to have to bench a few of them. I am also interested to see what sort of lineup Koeman goes for in general. Does he rotate here? Does he come back full strength because we've already had a week off? I'm intrigued to see what he does there. I'm expecting a strong Barca side. There's no reason why we don't put a strong team out. Our next game is on Sunday, I believe, against Huesca in the evening also. So we've got a lot of hours in between this fixture and the next. They both should be wins. I'd go full strength tomorrow. But I do actually want to throw some caution into this fixture, and maybe some points that you Barca fans should look out for, because I do think without Messi, generally, we will struggle a little more tomorrow. Chance creation, getting in behind the Eibar defence, that quality in the final third, of course that's going to take a bit of a hit tomorrow. But I think there are also some other factors leading up to this game that worry me. One, the lack of training. We came back on the 27th, I believe, so we had a training session on the 27th, then I believe we've got a double session on the 28th, but essentially we've had 2 or 3 training sessions before the kickoff on the Tuesday, which I find odd. Of course, there isn't really any other time you could slot it in over the Christmas period, but I do wonder, maybe the players would have indulged themselves over that week. You know, a lot of rest would have been undertaken, of course, not a lot of fitness, not a lot of football, so I am hoping that Barcelona do come in, and they're not half asleep, basically, and they are sharp enough to pick up a crucial 3 points. And as I'll be getting onto in just a moment, I want to mention Eibar, who, for me, right now are looking like quite a strong side. They've had a tough start to the season, but watch out for them because I'll be explaining that in a bit more detail when we get onto our opposition, but they're not looking bad at all right now. And moving on to that predicted lineup for Barcelona, I'm sure many of you guys are intrigued as to what we will be lining up like tomorrow evening, and this is what I've gone for. I've gone for a back 3, back 5 again. Ter Stegen, I imagine, will start in goal. For me, there's no reason to change the back 3, basically. Mingueza, Araujo, Lenglet, I trust it. Right back, Dest, or right wing back if you like. Left wing back, Junior Firpo, big chance for him. Alaba suspended. Let's hope Junior can put in a good performance. In midfield, I've gone for De Jong next to Busquets. Busquets was benched against Valladolid. I cannot see him being benched again. So yeah, if you guys don't like that, that's a bit of a shame because he is probably going to be back in the team. And up front, I've kept Pedri, I've kept Braithwaite. I cannot see either of them being benched with the way they're playing right now. And I've also gone for Griezmann. I think Griezmann is the natural replacement to Messi in that position. And in that sort of role, it's almost a free role in behind the striker just to the right. I think he really likes that, so I'm looking for a big performance from Griezmann tomorrow. And now let's move on to that Eibar side, who, as I just mentioned at the end of my Barca discussion, have looked a decent side of late. They haven't looked bad at all. I think this one is always up to debate when you're talking about the lesser sides, if you like. Look, for me, Valladolid was similar to Eibar in the way that they had a tough start to the season, but now they're looking good. And I'm aware that Eibar are still having some bad results, but from what I've caught from Eibar in the recent weeks, in the recent months even, against good sides, they're massively improving. I want to talk about the Real Madrid game, which for me wasn't long ago. They played pretty well in that game. I know they didn't have much of the ball, but they competed for large parts of that match, and Real Madrid only just killed it off in the last moments, really. They've picked up draws against Valencia, Real Sociedad also, who we know both are good sides. We've just played them. They've beaten both Sevilla and Real Betis away from home, and that's on top of a few other good results too. So I think clearly they're not doing badly at all, and especially against the decent and good sides in La Liga. The top ones, they're competing, they're getting decent results, and that's not bad at all. And I think if you look at some of our big wins over the recent years against Eibar, we have often exploited them when they play a high line, when they're leaving gaps in defence. But to be fair, of late, maybe they are sitting deeper just a little bit. Maybe they are looking more compact now this season under, of course, Jose Luis Mendilibar. He is still their coach. He always does a good job year in, year out of somehow keeping Eibar in the division. Maybe they are looking better defensively. So Barcelona, please take this match with caution, because if Eibar are putting a lot of men behind the ball in our back 5, without Messi, without Alaba, we're going to struggle. And moving on to my match prediction now for tomorrow's game, I've gone for Barcelona 3, Eibar 0. Let's hope I can finally get a prediction right. Getting the scoreline spot on is very, very difficult, but this is what I've gone for. I know I've just said that, be careful of Eibar, be wary of them, and I still feel that's the case, but I do still feel Barca at home at the Camp Nou against Eibar, for what I'm hoping is quite a rejuvenated Barca side. A lot of young players in there, a lot of players who need to prove themselves with Griezmann, Pedri always performs, you've got Junior Firpo in there, Dest. We've got players here who can open up defences, and let's hope they put in a good performance, because I think this game maybe is being played down a little bit. It's a bit like, oh yeah, Barca playing Eibar at the Camp Nou, this is a walkover, no one really cares. If you have that sort of attitude, you're going to drop points, and Barcelona, as we all know, simply cannot drop points. We are being led in now to third place. Teams around us are dropping points. Sevilla don't look that good. Villarreal and Real Sociedad are constantly dropping points now. So Barcelona, whilst it's a little bit sad to say, third place at least is opening up. I just can't see us getting close enough to Real or Atletico right now. But in this transitional season, we just want to keep winning matches. And right now, want a good run, and I'm hoping for 3 more points. And that, of course, is where this video is going to come to an end. Like I said, check out my Messi video yesterday. That did really, really well on the Barca Universal channel. Plenty more content coming your guys' way over the next months. Like I said in yesterday's video, the presidential elections are coming up for Barcelona, but all focus now is on tomorrow's fixture. Let's hope for 3 more points. Leave all your thoughts down below, and goodbye.